Hello, my name is Trent Chimazov. I am a NASM certified personal trainer. I also have certifications in CPR and AED. A little bit of background on my experience: I used to be a lifeguard for 2 years, and I also was an assistant fencing coach. I taught kids how to fence, and I taught those classes. Overall, I have a huge emphasis on serving my community, on making sure that everyone is reached out to. That's just been a huge part of my career and where I want to go with my career goals. So today we're going to be doing some seated exercises. Before we begin, a huge part of my philosophy when it comes to teaching is evidence-based practice, right? So all the things that I'm going to be showing you today are coming from sources that are well acclaimed, that have credible and reliable information, because especially when it comes to fitness, it is important to remain safe, but also to do the right thing that helps you stay in shape. So a couple of the sources that I'm going to be using for our exercises today are the Cleveland Clinic, Harvard Health, and Lifeline Canada, as well as general knowledge that I've learned from the National Academy of Sports Medicine, in which I am certified. So to begin with our warm-up, we're going to be doing some breathing. Just as a quick tip before we start, make sure that we are expanding our belly when we breathe, because we're allowing our diaphragm, the main muscle for breathing, to draw in air and pump it in better. We want to focus on expanding our belly and not really our chest. So a quick tip I like to do is I like to put my hands on my belly, and when I breathe, I like to feel my belly expand a little bit. So we're going to inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, then exhale for 5 seconds. Feel free to breathe in your nose and out your mouth. Now we're going to continue on to do some shoulder rolls. We'll start from the top of the body down. So we're just going to roll our shoulders forward. Feel free to relax, go at a nice pace, just get our upper body warmed up. Then backwards, make sure our backs are straight, we have good posture. Now we're going to stretch our neck a little bit. So we're going to start with our chin a little bit lower, and we'll roll it side to side. Take your time with this. Don't strain your neck. Just make sure you're going from side to side. And now we're going to lean our head to one side and just rest our hand on our neck. No pressure, just to relax. Make sure our neck is nice and stretched. Now we're going to get to some ankle rolls. We're going to just roll our ankles just around inward. Just get our legs ready for more motion. We'll move them outward now. This way we'll get ready to do the other exercises we have prepared. Now, we're then going to go do just a couple of toe taps just to, get our blood pumping just a little bit. So just follow me on my pace. All right, and that concludes our warm-up. So now we're going to be getting on to our seated exercises. Before we begin, I just have a couple safety cues. First off, we've got to make sure that we are going at our own pace, that we're not overextending ourselves. We want to make sure that we are challenging ourselves just a little bit, but not too much that we cause injury. Another thing is making sure that we're watching our breathing, right? We want to make sure that we have a steady breath while we're going at a steady pace. So for example, right, if I'm doing a bicep curl, I'm going to breathe in as I bring my arms up. Then I'm going to breathe out as I lower my arms. So making sure that we're matching our breathing to our exercises, that is quite important. Making sure that we're on pace and making sure that our breathing is also on that same pace. Just a couple of other notes of what I might do for our clients is developing proprioception, basically that sense of knowing where your body is, even though you don't physically see it, right? So for example, if I turn this way and I move my arm behind me, I can still feel where my arm is and know where it is. This is especially important for our clients because it can prevent falls and develop that greater sense of balance and stability. So one thing that I might do to develop proprioception in our clients is to make sure that we're closing our eyes during our exercises. So maybe if we're doing arm circles, I'll have our clients close their eyes, they'll extend their arms out, and then they'll circle them around as they close their eyes. So they develop that sense of, I know where my arms are, and I can move them accordingly. So that'll develop some pretty important skills needed to maintain that balance. Another thing that I might incorporate in our exercises is peripheral heart action training. Essentially, that means almost in a circuit, going through different exercises that target different parts of the body, right? So maybe I'll do like an upper body exercise, then a core exercise, then a lower body exercise. And so essentially, I might not be doing all upper body exercises at once. And so essentially, that's going to help increase blood flow throughout the body. Often with our clients, hypertension is a common medical issue. And so this kind of format can help our clients with that hypertension. So blood isn't pulling all into one area and it can become an issue. So that might be something I'm incorporating for the workouts that we do. But overall, I'm just gonna be going over just a couple of exercises that I might show. This is not a limited list. There are plenty of other exercises that I will also provide, but this is just kind of a showcase of some of them, some exercises that I find to be pretty important. So we're gonna start off by doing arm raises. So essentially we're gonna be targeting our triceps and our lats. So our arms and our back a little bit with these exercises. So we're going to put our arms out at a 45-degree angle. You see how my arms aren't here or here? They're gonna be right here. And so we're gonna start at the sides of our body and we're gonna bring it out to the side like this. So we're gonna do that for 8 reps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See how we're going at a slow pace just to make sure that we're targeting our muscles well, because if we do it fast, then that's not helping us with our strength. Now, our next exercise is going to be a frontal raise and a lateral lower, I guess. That's what it's called. But essentially, we're going to be targeting our shoulders and a little bit of our lats. Right? So we're going to raise our arms up here. We're going to bring them to the side, and then we're going to lower them. Do this for also 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, for our next exercise, we're going to be doing arm circles. Essentially, this is going to build up our muscular endurance in our arms. Excuse me. And we'll be targeting also just the muscles in our arm and also our balance a little bit from our back. So we'll bring our arms out to the side and we'll start circling forward about for 15 seconds. Now the other way. All right. Now, for our next exercise, we're going to be doing trunk twists. So we're going to be targeting our external core, a little bit of our back, and we're going to be holding our arms up, which is going to help with our balance and our endurance in the arms specifically. So we'll hold our arms up here. We'll rotate from side to side. Make sure that we're not going too far to one side or too far to the other side, making sure that we're going just the right amount so we don't hurt ourselves. So one rep will look like this. And that's one. We're gonna do 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For our next seated exercise, we are going to be doing seated leg lifts. So essentially, this exercise is going to be targeting our quads, our hamstrings, and our calves, a lot of leg muscles. And we're going to be focusing on one leg at a time. So first, we're going to extend our leg like this, and then lower. That's what one rep looks like. We're going to be doing 8 reps for both legs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for the other leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, for next exercise, we're going to be doing ankle circles. Similar to the arm circles we did before, we're going to be extending one leg out, and we're going to circle it around. This way we're building up the muscular endurance and also working with the leg as a whole. So we're going to be doing one leg at a time in both ways. So go for about maybe 10 seconds. And then the other way. Now we're going to do the other leg. Now the other way. Now for our next exercise, we're going to be doing some seated calf raises. So I'm going to turn my chair to the side and show you what that looks like. We're going to be lifting up our heels like this. This way we're going to be targeting our calves right here, which will help us develop some stability and also strength here. So do 8 reps of that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, for our final exercise, we're going to be doing a little bit of cardio and coordination, and we're going to be doing some seated marching. So, essentially, we're going to alternate from moving our arm, our arm, and then the opposite leg up, and then moving it down, and at the same time, moving the other arm and the other opposite leg up, and then down. So we'll go in a motion similar to this, and we'll do this for about 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. And that concludes our seated exercises. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, my name is Trent Chimazov. I am a NASM certified personal trainer. I have a couple other credentials in CPR and AED, another experience when it comes to being a lifeguard and an assistant fencing coach. Overall, I'm looking forward to helping my community and reaching out to a lot of different people. So again, thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.